So there I was browsing my local thrift store the other day, the same thrift store I've been finding some crazy Wii 60 and GameCube game deals at recently, and I noticed they had acquired a new stock of Wii games. I greedily rushed to the shelf and shuffled through the games to see what treasures beheld me. Wading through a couple of shovelware titles and games like GoldenEye and Spectrobe's Origins, which I already owned, I ended up walking away with Dragon Blade Wrath of Fire, Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, Link's Crossbow Training, Mercury Meltdown Revolution, Red Steel 2, and this game, Centipede Infestation. When I returned home, Centipede was the first game I popped into my attention-starved Wii console, and I very quickly forgot about all the other games I had bought. By my own admission, I've always been a bit of a snob when it comes to retro reboots and remakes. However, Centipede Infestation is seen as a reimagining of Centipede, and imagine my surprise when this game was not only instantly fun, but also had very little to do with Atari's arcade classic Centipede, and a lot more to do with Midway's arcade classic Robotron 2084. Centipede Infestation is a marriage of the Centipede universe with the extremely addictive formula of Robotron. And seeing as I've been on a bit of a Robotron kick as of late, buying and reviewing Robotron X on the PS1, and also buying Robotron 64, I was delightfully surprised at Centipede Infestation. If you're a fan of Robotron or Smash TV, then I highly recommend this game if you happen to own a Wii. Supporting both the nunchuck controller and the classic controller, Infestation controls identical to Robotron, where you move with the left stick and handle directional shooting with either the Wiimote or the right analog stick. The direction you push is the direction you shoot in. As in Robotron, most of the environments are pretty small. And also like in Robotron, the game throws a ton of enemies your way and can be pretty hectic as well. There are even a couple of more complex adventure and objective types of levels that require you to traverse through them from start to finish, but the majority of the levels keep it simple and small. Throughout each map, you can pick up different power-ups and weapons upgrades by shooting special enemies that drop them. The weapons upgrades can be upgraded to more powerful versions of each weapon by collecting two of the same icon. There are occasional levels with turrets to use to fight the hordes, and destroying bugs that are carrying seeds plant towers, that is, turrets or bomb plants that assist you in destroying enemies. The giant centipedes also make an appearance, and at the end of each area, there are giant bosses to fight. 5 bosses in total throughout the game. There is also a 2-player co-op option for multiplayer, and by gaining accomplishments throughout the game, players can gain extra costumes, jukebox mode, concept art, and even unlock an insane difficulty mode by beating the game. Graphically, the game's visuals are clean, and I never even noticed a hint of slowdown while playing. The art direction in both the in-game graphics and the story cutscenes gives me that Saturday morning cartoon vibe. The music is another highlight as I really dig the tunes in the game, and the story cutscenes, while far from deep, are a nice touch but are completely skippable if you choose to do so. If Centipede Infestation has one big flaw, despite being a completely enjoyable experience, it's that with a mere 40 levels, you can pretty much beat this game in one sitting. I oftentimes found myself wishing the levels were just a little bit longer, as some of them felt like they were over when they were just getting started. And aside from a few interruptions, I pretty much beat this game in a couple hours of play. However, with the added co-op option, 3 difficulty levels to play, and extra unlockables, the game gives you plenty of reasons to play through it a couple of times for some added replay value. The bottom line. Though stunted a little by its short length, Centipede Infestation is still a fun Robotron-esque romp that I still recommend to Wii owners, especially for cheap. Play by yourself or co-op with a friend. This is a worthy title to pick up for your Wii. And as a final note, Centipede Infestation comes to us from the folks at WayForward Games, best known for the Shantae games, but who also handled development of Contra 4 and another retro remake on the Wii, and another game I highly recommend for the Wii, A Boy and His Blob. Seriously, pick this one up too.